That is a beautiful sight in the warm, I say warm, bright, I should say, not warm, bright morning sunshine out there. Beautiful, bright morning. It's Red Tag or somebody, I'm not sure if it's Red Tag or not, and her two babies. They've been down there drinking water. Oh, I look out there in front of them, and I see another one out there. I have not looked behind. Let's do that as well. I do see another deer back behind. There's another one, so there's 5 out there. Looking on down the way, I see more deer yet, down close to the water. You can see it's dead calm out there. Those are water turkeys out there. They're fixing to get run off. Doing all that moving in the water. But the deer are beautiful against the backdrop of a beautiful, calm, cold morning. Made it down to 29 degrees. That's right, 29 degrees. Yeah, that's a little bit of ice you see on the tops of those trees back there that's glistening right down around the water's edge. That is ice. And it's because of 29 degrees, exactly. But amazingly, it's going to get up to probably 60 again today. And now we're approaching the end of, closer to the end than we are to the front first. Still closer to the middle, but the end of December is approaching. And you can see that the mountain is turning wintertime on us over there. Lots of leaves are gone. Quite a few evergreens over there, so there's a lot of that stays green during the winter with those evergreens. But we have lots of deer running around this morning on a frosty, frosty morning. But they're enjoying the bountiful harvest that they have by hanging around the house here at Twin Eagle. How gorgeous can it be? Absolutely gorgeous. The prayer circle has become a popular place here in the last few days for the deer. We see a mom and 2 precious babies out there in the prayer circle right now. I don't know if it's Red Tag or not. We have several deer hanging around the house here now that have twins, which is great. You see that they're probably feeding again still on acorns. And we do have some rye scattered in that prayer circle out there as well. But I think mostly what they're feeding on now is acorns. Although the rye's been pretty popular also, just see it eating it about as fast as it comes up in the front yard. But it is winter rye. And we did break the bank and buy some perennial rye that should grow every year. We probably will plant some every year in addition to that, try to really get it going good. But hopefully that perennial rye will grow every year, whether we plant it or not. But that's a beautiful sight right there. My Ram truck has sat there all week, has not been moved all week long. I've only left to go to church. That's not a bad deal. I have only one appearance left this month. That will be at Baumgar's in Pryor, the new Baumgar store there in Pryor. I believe that is on December 28th, which is a Saturday. I'll probably be there from about 10 o'clock till about 3 or 4 that afternoon, 2 or 3 that afternoon, something like that. But so all of y'all in the Pryor areas, anywhere around close to Pryor, come and see me at Baumgar's on December 28th, right after Christmas. I'm sure they will have a big after Christmas sale. Hey, I'm looking forward to that. We go again. We've got babies within 10 foot of the deck. I believe that's Red Tag and her 2 babies. Spectacularly looking. But as we move just a little bit to the Burn Barrel, Texas Hunter Feeder, and past that, we see, I don't know how many. How many's there, guys and girls? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. At least 6, maybe 7 big gobblers. That's 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't see them out there now, but we got, as they walk away, we got zoomed all the way out, so we'll just watch them for a little bit here. Those are all longbeards. Those birds are all 2+ years old, probably 3+ years old. And most of them, looking at those beards on those 3 right there, 4 right there. There's 4 there. And then out this way, on the other side of that tree, is Well, I'll see at least 4 more. So it's probably, I think maybe there's at least 9 birds there. Hard to count turkeys the way they moved. I see what they can do is they walk out there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, I've got 8. There's another head. This is 9. I feel I'll just keep them walking out on the road there. We got them counted correctly. 9 big long beards. Uh-oh, that's a Jake there. That might. Yeah, those last 2 are Jakes. Excuse me on the long beards. I guess that's all. Those 9. Whoop, there's another one's 10. I'm going to hold off looking there for just a second. 10. All right, now we can move over and watch them. I've got Benelli sitting right here beside me in the house. You sit and stay, Benelli. We can get a really good look at those boys. Beautiful. You don't get to see this very often. My buddy Bill Effords told me he saw a group of 25 longbeards together this last week in western Oklahoma, out in a place where I deer hunt and turkey hunt a little with my buddy Joel Alexander and his mom and dad. Great place. Joel's a really good friend. Buffalo Creek Ranch is what they call their deal. They have a lodge there for hunters, and turkey hunting is outstanding, and deer hunting is outstanding as well. But Bill told me he's looking at a bunch of, he didn't tell me he was looking at them when I talked to him, but he said, I saw a bunch of 25 longbeards in one bunch together. So you can guess where Jimmy's going to be hunting next spring. I'll be hunting at Buffalo Creek. I won't be able to be there opening day, which I think is on a Sunday. I'll be in church on Sunday, but I might leave that afternoon or the next morning and head to Buffalo Creek Ranch and stay and hunt at least a couple of days, maybe 2 days. Probably about all I can get allowed with taking care of Chris. But that's a good bunch of birds right there. A really outstanding looking bunch of birds. I think there's 10 of them there. 10, mostly longbeards. A couple there you'd pass up, but most of them are shooter type birds. And they're enjoying living here around Jimmy's house, which is just spectacular. I love it. Now we have plenty of deer at the feeder. It's the first time today I've seen anything out there, except TC was out there earlier, and Forrest Jr. was out there. But now we have some mamas and babies. I think there's 4 or 5 of them out there. Some of them are back in behind the feeder, and we can't see them. But I see at least 4 right there. And I see another deer walking out through the woods there. That is gone, leaving. Got all she wants. But they really look beautiful out there. It's a lot colder today than it has been. So they're fluffed up a little bit more. It always makes them look good when they're fluffed up like that. They're able to fluff that hair up, get air inside of their hair, keeps them warm. So they don't worry too much about the cold weather. These deer down here in Oklahoma don't really experience cold weather like up in the north, where they get weather down below 0 and chill temperatures way below 0 on a every year status, and quite frequently down around the teens and stuff for long periods of time with snow on the ground. The deer down here don't have to worry about that too much, thankfully. But it's a nice little bunch of mama and babies out there. Enough to put a smile on your heart. And they're sure enjoying the lunch feeding. Special, or is that special? Look at that. Look at that. Hens and gobblers together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 hens right here. A bunch of hens on out there. Look at all of the big gobblers in Strutt. Look at that. Look at that. That is a picture perfect. Absolutely picture perfect. The spring breeding season is here on right before it turns 2025 on a froggy Sunday morning, the last Sunday of 2025. These birds are almost on the deck. They're almost in the house. Look at those big beards. Look at all of those big beards. Deer in the background, feeding at the feeder. I don't know how many birds are out there. A lot. A lot of birds. This is what predator control does to the turkey populations. The state of Oklahoma does not agree with me on that. They say that their tests indicate that predators have no effect on the turkey population. They're 100% wrong. We have a good wildlife department, a good hardworking wildlife department for the most part. We keep the politicians out of it, get the people that love the wildlife. But when you keep control of the raccoons, the skunks, possums, coyotes, bobcats, wild pigs, all predators. And take a look off out there. Still got my truck and boat hooked up from when I was at Bone Gars in Pryor, Oklahoma yesterday. Thank you for all of you folks that came by and visited. I had a steady stream of people there. I worked an hour and a half extra. Scheduled to be there from 10 till 2. Was there from 9:30 until 3:30. But we had a lot of great people come by. A lot of old friends that from back in my early days of tournament fishing that fished local tournaments here in Oklahoma back in the early days, people that were my age. Had a lot of young kids come by, some kids come by that had their brand new tackle boxes they just got for Christmas. I showed them the 8 kits you could get from Lucky Strike right now. 9 kits for $50. Probably less than half price if you were buying them at the store. 9 kits for less than $50. Pretty much fill up a nice tackle box with those lures in those 9 kits. Spinnerbait kit, worm kit, floating worm kit. Beautiful, beautiful kits. And all 9 kits for $50. I don't know how long that sale's going to run. Get them at fishlucky.com. I've got a video up showing all about all of them, a 9-minute video you can check out. But what a beautiful, 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 incredible start to a real foggy day out there that is. All of those big long beards and all of those hens. Yeah, that big bunch of birds will break up here pretty soon as they begin to start laying eggs. It'll be a while. But look at all of those birds. I don't know how many hens there are there. Those gobblers are going to be showing off for them all day long. And they'll be doing that January, February, March, April, and into May. Absolutely one of God's greatest creations, the wild turkey. And we've got them. We had almost no wild turkeys when we bought this ranch 21 years ago, but proper land management, conservation, that's the trick. That's the key. We're making the soil better here on the ranch as well now, too, as well as everything else. Sunday morning, going down. Wow. Better get Chris ready for church. Quit watching wildlife. What a way to start another God's Day. We have a beautiful mom and a baby peeking in the bedroom window this morning. And something else we'll have is you'll notice out there is sunshine. We haven't had much sunshine, actually, in the last 10 days or so. Very, very little sunshine. Been pretty cloudy, rainy period. We had 2 little rains right around Christmas time, one right before and one right after. 1/10 of an inch in the first one, although Apache got over an inch up at his house, which is only 2.5 miles away from the ranch house, up at the front of the ranch. And we got 1/10 while he got over an inch. But the second rain, we got 2.3 inches. That's right, 2.3 inches, which gives us over 54 inches for the year, which is a lot of rain. But we had 2 beautiful babies, big old fat mama. It looks like she's carrying already. I'm sure she has been exposed, but it'll be a while before she has her babies, probably in May. And hopefully she has a couple. She might just have one. She's only got one now. Now, whether she just had one or had 2, you know, the babies have a hard time making it. Most of them do have 2 when they're healthy, and the deer on this ranch are definitely healthy. It's a beautiful little baby she's got. Totally wild deer. No tags in her, so she's totally born in the wild, as was her little baby there. Beautiful looking Beautiful looking little guy. Or a little girl. I think it's a little girl. It's a big baby though, so might be a little guy. Coming down to the lake to get a drink this morning, I believe. I kept thinking she had another little baby out there somewhere, but just that one's about it. Yeah, I think it's a little girl. We like little boys, but we need lots of little girls too. And we got them. Beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous in that bright sunshine. There's another little baby. Maybe that's that girl's other baby. It's a little girl baby also. Watching me, watching her through the window. She's gorgeous. And I don't know where the others went. They're out in the front yard that I could see. They may be out there somewhere. But that little rascal's heading that way, so yeah, that could be that girl's other baby. That's a little nubbin right there, looks like. Not 100% positive. Yeah, a little nubbin, I believe. The prayer circle is beautiful this morning. We had to look through some wind chimes, but prayer circle has got Mom and a couple babies in it. Look out toward the feeder. We find more deer at the feeder as well. Mamas and babies. Looks like that we have a couple mamas and 4 babies, which is really exciting anytime you have that. That's means that those babies have survived all the perils of early childhood and just looking absolutely beautiful. There's actually 2 babies right there with that one. Where that other one is behind one of those trees out there. Somewhere. Beautiful start, though, to another beautiful day. This is just moving to a different spot where we can actually see all 3 of those babies right there in the prayer circle. Beautiful. 4 babies, 4 in the prayer circle. Actually, there's 3 babies, and it might be, I think it's 3 babies. 3 babies and 1 mama. One of the babies that was over there, there's a baby and a mama. One of these babies come over here on this side. So I was actually having a prayer meeting in the prayer circle this morning. Yeah. That's the same view as we was looking at a little bit. Got to get my boat put up. Still haven't put it up from a personal appearance over at Baumgart's. Be taking that boat to Florida here in a couple of weeks to be in the big Take 5 show in Orlando, Florida on the last Monday of this month. The last Monday. So if you're at the Big 5 show, be sure and come by and see the show Rotel a boat. And let's visit about fishing. Take a picture or 2 and get an autograph. If you hang on to that autograph, wait till I die. You sell on eBay. They are talking about bobbleheads. I don't know if it's going to happen or not. They have a bobblehead. I know you'll be able to sell that on eBay for sure. Won't even have to wait till I die. I might buy one myself. Bobbling along. What a beautiful sight. Look at all those deer. Benelli's sitting right here on the porch, and they're not paying a bit of attention to her. None of those deer have tags, by the way. Those are all wild-born deer. But they learn that it's safe to hang around Jimmy. It's safe to hang around Jimmy's house. He's in love with the deer. Big time. That just thrills me to see those, especially to see twins and triplets. 2 sets of twins there this morning. Fantastic. You set, Benelli. You sit. Look at that little bunch of wild deer out there. They're pretty spooky. Well, they might not be as spooky as they are greedy. It's a couple of mamas, looks like, and 4 babies. I think that's what that is. The babies are getting so big, particularly some of the bucks. Some of the little bucks are getting almost as big as their mama already. Look how fat all those guys are, though, will you? Fat and healthy and beautiful. We plant lots of food plots here on the ranch. And of course, we have that feeder there going year-round. We get our feed from South Fresh Deer Feed out of Decatur, Alabama. If you're anywhere in the South, you definitely need to be using South Fresh Deer Food. Actually, some people get it shipped all around the country like me, especially if you're buying it by the pallet load. And if you're going to try to cultivate a situation where you live, lots of people, particularly in the South, but in the North as well, live where they have good deer populations around their house. Some places in the North don't allow you to put a feeder out. Most everywhere in the South you can put a feeder out. Really helps the deer get through the winter time. And plus it gives tremendous, this little buck right there, little baby buck. He set his head out to the right, stick his head back in there. Good sized little deer too. His mama says, get out of here. Get out of here, I'm gonna feed my daughter. Yeah, mamas, girls are all their favorites. I believe there might be 7 deer out there, not just 6. He might belong to somebody else. He might not belong to her. He might belong to somebody else. And a lot of the little bucks are still running around. The little baby bucks are running around by themselves right now because they got run off by a larger buck during the rut and have not found their mama again. Once they find their mama again, they'll start running around with their mama. But evidently, that little guy's mama's not out there. So I'm wanting to eat something, and I'm a buck. She's sure not wanting him to share, though, is she? Yeah, I guess there's 7 deer out there. He come walk right in the middle of them. He said, I'm a boy. I'm a big boy. He's a big, good-sized deer. He sure is. And beautiful. No doubt about it. Another beautiful morning at the Eagle. Wildlife galore. Okay, guys and girls, that was a fun week. We got lots of mamas and babies running around. We got a lot of bucks running around. We got turkeys running around, a big bunch of turkeys. I mean, a big bunch of turkeys. And big old gobblers, they think it's springtime. It is springtime out here today, but boy, we've had some cold weather a day or two and got more cold weather coming in. And I mean, really cold weather coming in. But it's a fantastic week. Y'all go out there and have a great one. Fish lucky, and remember, I sure do love you.